Morning. It's a beautiful, kind of rainy day. It's a little chilly out, and I thought I would do a what I ate in a day video. So this morning I already did my lemon ginger water, which I always do at about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I do my celery juice, and here it is. And some days I don't feel like juicing celery and I don't feel like doing it, but it just makes me feel so much better when I do. And so I'm still just fighting some congestion a little bit, so I'm like, I'm gonna start the day off right, and I'm gonna do my celery juice. So I will try to video what I eat throughout the day, and I will do tonight. I think I'm gonna do my Italian zoodle soup because I haven't done a recipe video for that yet. So I will show you how I make that. So come along for the ride. All right, friends, here is my smoothie bowl this morning. It has a whole pound of spinach with 2 bananas and a tablespoon of chia seed. And then I topped it with some raspberries, some mango flowers, and a few blueberries. It is very rainy. It went from a little rainy to very rainy. It's very wet. So we are going to eat this and bundle up and stay warm inside. So I just finished my smoothie bowl and I'm so cold. This is what I do when I get so frozen. So it is not quite lunchtime, and as you can see, we are prepping dinner so that it has time to warm up in the dehydrator, which makes it a good soup. Got my little buddy here, just eating some snacks. And let me turn the camera around and show you what we've got going on, and then I'll explain to you what we'll do. Okay, so we're doing the soup, the Italian zoodle soup. So in this bowl we have a half a pound of frozen spinach, some red peppers, some tomatoes, some mushrooms, and some green onions all chopped up. Okay, and then to this we're gonna add, this is our zucchinis. This is 2 zucchinis that's been zoodled. Okay, so we're gonna add that to it. And that's gonna be like our noodles to our soup. And then we're gonna make the sauce, okay? And this is everything that goes into the sauce. We've got about 2 celery stalks, half a lemon, 4 pitted dates, and then I did a chunk of white onion and a chunk of red onion. The seeds to the red pepper, which I love adding into my sauces for the taste. 4 Roma tomatoes, and then these are the middles to the zucchini from being spiralized, and I don't want to waste them, so I throw them in. After I blend that, I'm going to add some seasoning, and I will probably add some smoked paprika and just some plain Italian seasoning, and I will taste it and see if that works. So once that's blended, then I will pour it into this bowl with all the veggies. I will put a plate over it to keep it contained, so it keeps the liquid in there. And then I am just going to place that in the dehydrator until dinner time. And that should make us our yummy soup. Okay, so we made the sauce. I added 1 tablespoon of the Italian seasoning and 1 teaspoon of the smoked paprika, and it's really tasty. It's really good. So we're gonna pour this over our vegetables here, and you can see the sauce is kind of thick, but as you warm it in the dehydrator and as the vegetables release all of their juices, it turns into the soup. This is the same recipe really that I do my marinara sauce, and the difference is I don't thicken it up with the dehydrated tomatoes. So you can see it's in there. I'm gonna stir this around. And then I'm just going to throw it in the dehydrator. The trick with this is to give it as much time in the dehydrator as possible so that it has chance to, because you can see it's really thick right now. Okay, this is gonna like become moisturized. I don't know, like it's gonna become juicier and it's gonna look more like a soup. So we're going to cover it like this and put it in the dehydrator. And I should mention, whenever I put things in the dehydrator, it's always at about 115 so that it keeps everything raw and all the enzymes still alive. All right, here is lunch. It is another smoothie bowl with a pound of spinach. I think I have like 3 to 4 bananas in this one because I was pretty hungry. And that's a tablespoon of chia seeds, some nectarine stars, and some little blueberries. So I will be having this for my lunch. So you'll probably notice in a lot of my recipes and the food I eat, I do not include salt in anything. And that's just a personal choice. I choose not to eat salt. I find that I don't really miss it, and I enjoy the food great without it, and I think it's probably healthier for me that way. I also do not include a lot of like cashews or almonds or pecans or peanuts. I try not to use nuts in my food. I do really enjoy walnuts. I love actually all nuts. Love them, but they just cause me a lot of pain. And so I've slowly, been trying to get rid of all nuts in my diet, and the only thing I have left in this house is walnuts, and so I still do occasionally use those. I've been trying to switch from walnuts to hemp seed because that's got a better ratio of omega-3 to omega-6, and I still have some tahini, but tahini is seeds, although it still is omega-6, and so I'm trying to not use it very much, just occasionally. And that's kind of the same with avocados. I love avocados, but the omega-6 just causes me not to feel very great. When I eat avocados, my back hurts, and so even though I love them, I'm just trying to clean out my diet so that everything I eat builds me up and doesn't break me down, and that's why you will not find certain things in my diet. And yeah, I could whip out some awesome raw chocolate desserts that you wouldn't believe, but because I am trying not to eat chocolate either, yeah, I'm not gonna make those right now, so I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna tempt myself that way, so I tend to make other raw desserts with dates, and I tried that one with dates and hemp seed and lemon, and it was pretty good. It's not as good as walnut and date, but it's still passable. So anyway, that's kind of why you won't see certain things in my recipes. All right, here's today's snack. That is 2 peaches and some celery. All right, so here's the soup. I just took it out of the dehydrator, and you can see the liquid. Can you see it kind of pulling up there? So that is the juice or the liquids from the vegetables. So I'm going to stir that in, and I will show you what the finished product looks like. All right, and there is dinner. So here's the soup. You can see it's thick, but it's got the juice to it, so it's very nice and warm. If you know me, I always put dehydrated sun mushrooms in my food. I just love them, and they add a nice crunch to it. So I am going to enjoy this tasty soup for my dinner, and if I eat any more, I will let you know. Okay, so this is the last thing I'm eating tonight. My dinner didn't have any fat in it, and one thing Tanny told me to do is to make sure I do not skip my nighttime fat, which I tend to do a lot. So this is just some chia pudding with some peaches cut up. To make the chia pudding, I just made some banana milk and poured it over the chia seeds. And I did 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, and I did not take the full serve, and I took maybe a third to a half of it. So that is my day of eating. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sweet boy, sweet baby. Say that's a wrap. All done.